Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day and welcome. Welcome back to another video guys. For those who do not know who I am, I'm Meka and this is an Asian drama channel. I mainly talk about different Asian dramas with you guys. So if you're into any of that, just hit that like and subscribe button. In this video, I will be talking about another K-drama with you guys. I will be talking about a drama that finished airing couple of days back. And by now, I bet most of you would be knowing which drama I'm talking about. I'm talking about Love Scout. Love Scout just finished airing a couple of days back and had a total of 12 episodes. And I really wish it had more episodes. I would not lie, I was literally obsessed with this drama. When I first watched this drama, I was a little skeptical. So when I started watching this drama, I had very low expectations because I had no idea about the cast or about anything or even the storyline for a fact. So I just went into this drama blindly. So I had very low expectations. I did not expect to like it so much. But I would say I was hooked from first episode. So I would give you guys a basic idea of what Love Squad is really about. So Love Squad's main storyline goes something like this. Ji Yoon is the female lead of the story. She's like a businesswoman. She's a CEO of a headhunting company. So her main job is to approach people who are working somewhere else and to see if they would be opening to join her client's company. So that's her basic job. So she's very hardworking woman and the field of headhunting is very competitive and she has to be top of her game. So she gives her everything into her work. And the saddest part of all of this is she knows nothing of side work because her whole life she has dedicated only to work, not even to forming friendship or even falling in love. Her life was work. So she's a person like that. Then we have the male lead Enho. He was a HR manager of a company, but due to unfavorable circumstances, he would lose his job. And Enho is also a single father who has a daughter and he's raising her all by himself. And he's very good at household chores. So when he loses the job, he would start to get worried because he has a daughter and he would say, how can he take care of her? So, due to different circumstances, he would eventually get a job. He will get the job at Ji-yoon's company. He would work as her assistant and he would take the job. He would take the job for 6 months. So for 6 months, he would get this job as Ji-yoon's assistant. In the beginning, Enho and Ji-yoon did not see eye to eye. They kind of hated each other. But when they slowly start to work with each other, they slowly started to become close with each other and even develop feelings with each other. So this is the basic storyline. Now, what I liked about this drama is definitely the love story between the male and female lead. That was a given. Okay, we have this female lead Ji-yoon. She may look like a strong person, but inside she is struggling with a lot of trauma. And not many knows about it. Basically, when she was very young, her father would run into a fire. There was this building who was like burning with fire, and he would run inside to save this little boy. But eventually, the boy would be saved, but her father would die. So, in one night, she would become an orphan, and the public kept praising her father as being a hero. But in her eyes, he left her. So she became an orphan overnight, and Ji-yoon was very young. So her life was very bad. So when she grew up, she kind of resented her father. And when we talk about the little boy that her father saved, eventually it turned out to be Enho. So yeah, they had kind of a very, you know, they had a very strange relation from the beginning. They were actually involved in each other's life from a very young age, but they did not know about it, but later they would find out. So, yeah, their backstories were very deep, and I really love the power dynamic of this drama. Like usually in K dramas, it was always the male lead who would become the boss and the female lead would become his secretary. But in this drama, it was completely opposite. So I really love that. I really love the shift in their dynamic. And the female lead in this drama was very capable. She does not need any man to take care of herself. She's a very reliable person who's very hardworking, and you can say that she's very dedicated to her work and she really loves her work. You can see it throughout the series. Whatever it is, she always gives her best. So in the beginning, female lead was very cold person. She would keep everyone at a distance because she did not want to show any sign of weakness. In the beginning, she didn't even know her employee's name because she did not see them as a person. So she was a person like that. Then we have Enho, who's very cheerful. He's a person that people are naturally drawn to. So he's the complete opposite of Ji-yoon. And this drama was the perfect example of opposites attract. So they were complete opposite, but they somehow do fall in love. Ji-yoon would suddenly open up her heart to Enho, and I would not blame her. He is like a very good father and even very good at doing household chores. We do not know much about Enho's ex. All we know about Enho's ex is she would one day become very depressed and she would suddenly decide to leave Enho and their daughter. And I would say that was very shitty move. And we never see her ever again. Thank God. Because in most K dramas, the ex suddenly disappears and suddenly appears. You know, to cause more drama and tension between the leads. But thank God, this did not happen in this drama. So this drama was different in that aspect as well. And there was a side couple as well. Initially, the side couple had a thing for a male and a female lead. But the side couple was not very toxic. When they come to know that a male and a female lead fell for each other, they wish them well, which was very surprising when it comes to a K drama because, you know, there would be so much drama and tension, but no. And instead, the side couple will fall for each other. Initially, when they started hanging out, it was only for drinking. They would drink and, chat with each other to heal their hearts because both of them were broken because of the male and the female lead. And, they started spending more and more time with each other, and slowly they started falling for each other. This was a complete surprise. We did not expect them to fall for each other. I was completely surprised because they were such an unexpected couple. It happened in middle of the series. It not happened completely from the beginning. So it was very surprising because they started to fall for each other only in between the series. And I would say they were so cute till the end. They were such a cute side couple. And their love story was also very cute. And there was a point where we wanted more screen time for them because they were so cute and adorable with each other. So they were a cute side couple. And of course, the main story should be between the leads. The leads, without a doubt, had a very amazing love story. You know what I liked about their love story was how they supported each other. There was no drama or tension. They just understood each other and always had each other's back. Because I really dislike toxic love stories. And this love story was such a green flag. They just understood each other and they always had each other's back. And their love story was such a mature love story, which was very good. And I would say it's about time for K dramas to have a matured love story like this. And their on screen chemistry was so good. They had this burning on screen chemistry. Like with every scene, it was so good. And he was like her perfect secretary. You know, he always managed everything for her. And how she slowly opened up her heart was so good because she was a person who knew nothing but work. She never went out or hanged out with any people or her co-workers. She never treated her co-workers as friends or employees for a fact. She did not even remember their name. But then Enho came and he literally changed her life. And she was also healing with the trauma I described in the beginning, yes. And slowly she learned to let that trauma go because of him. So this is why I said this love story was such a healing love story. They came into each other's life and they both healed each other. He too was struggling with his past as well. And he was someone who was looking for Ji-yoon's dad because he felt like without him, he would not be alive. That's how he would come to know that it was Ji-yoon's dad that saved her. So I would say it was so good. And at first, when Ji-yoon comes to know, yeah, she would be very sad because she would be very uncomfortable because her whole life she resented her dad. But later, she would take time to herself. This is why I liked Enho as well because Enho understood that she needed space, did not push anything on her. What he did was give her space. So, like I said, was such a mature love story. And after getting enough space, she would eventually come back to him. It was so good. So she would finally learn to let go of all the past and the trauma. And I even liked the relationship between Ji-yoon and Enho's daughter. So they also had this special bond, which was so sweet. They were literally becoming like, family. And of course, they would be family in the future. But their bond was slowly forming before Jiyoon and Enho ever fell in love with each other. And I guess it was very important because after all, she is his daughter. So Jiyoon should have a good relationship with his daughter. So it was such a sweet moment. They had such sweet moments and it was so good. So this drama was like, though it had 12 episodes, it was very heartwarming. And there were villains in the story, of course, but villains never had any character development. There was this Jiyoon's rival who just hated her and wanted to take her company away from her and did a lot of corruption. And eventually she got what she deserved. She had no redemption arc. She was cruel till the end, and I guess she was selfish and she thinks that she finally got Gio, but that was her downfall because her heart was filled with hatred. While Gio, on the other hand, her heart was not longer filled with hate because of Enho. She came to understand that there are people around her that truly cares about her. All her life she thought she was alone and she has to face everything alone, all by herself. When there were problems, she had to solve it all by herself. So there was this problem where she would lose her company, but her employees did not leave her. They started to investigate on their own, and she came to realize that she's not alone in this world. No one truly is alone in this world. And she realized that she truly found friends that really care about her. So her heart is no longer filled with hatred. She starts to feel happy and content with her life. And finally, she let her company go. And I guess it was the right move because her company was sponsored by this guy. I would say this guy was like very corrupt and always wanted Jiyoon to always select his candidates. And of course, Jiyoon did not want to, do something like that ever again. So letting the company go was the right decision for her. So what she did, she started to form her own company with people she trusts, and her employees followed her. So that's the thing. Even though she was cold and everything in the beginning, people still respected her. While we talk about her nemesis, the character who I hate till the end, no one really liked her. So when she got a company, all the employees quit because Jiyoon had formed such a strong bond with her employees. So they followed her wherever she went. So in her new company, it was her and her trusted employees, and it was so good. And when we talk about Enho, he would be an HR again, but this time to a different company. Jiyoon will suggest because I get why Enho did not want to go back to his previous company because in his previous company he was never valued because he was always mistreated and no one ever really stood up to him. So why would he want to work in a toxic work environment like that? So he would go to a different company and it was a right move on his part. And again, Ji-yoon suggested, so he went for it. So their love story was very sweet. When we talk about their love story, I always got this warm and cozy feeling. Like K dramas have been evolving over the past years. And if you look back to the very recent K dramas, we see that it's been very mature. It's no longer about toxic love stories. And love stories have been so mature these days. Their chemistry was really good. I remember being all giggly whenever I saw them on screen. Many K drama fans can relate to that feeling. So the chemistry was very strong. So many K drama fans can agree. And I really loved how tender he was with her. There were scenes that were really swoon worthy. Like I remember the scene where he would like protect her head because she's a person who bangs herself everywhere because she's a little clumsy, to be honest. So when she was like taking files, um, like from down the desk, he would go to her and will protect her head from getting banged on the top. And I felt that scene was so sweet. So yeah, there were many more moments like this. So the love story was very sweet. And even though it had only had 12 episodes, I would say this K drama really delivered. The storyline, the cast, everything was so perfect. And one more thing, I would say that there were no toxic characters in the series, which was so rare. So this was such a beautiful gem with no toxic characters. It was just about the characters, their love story. So it was so good. Every character in the series did a brilliant job. The acting was also very good. So the series was like so good. Yeah, like I said, I had very low expectation for the series, but I would say this series delivered. This series brought all the K drama feels. So if you have not watched it, please watch this series. Trust me, this series is so good. You would not regret it. This series will get you into your K drama feels. And let me talk about all the OSTs of the K drama, of this, especially series. Yeah, OSTs are the main theme. And people will remember OSTs more than a storyline. And I would say all the OSTs in the series were so good. And all the OSTs are like literally part of my Spotify playlist. You can definitely watch the OSTs in the YouTube. So please watch this drama if you have not watched this drama. Trust me, you will not regret it. So that's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tiny video. So I really enjoyed this drama from the beginning till the end. So I highly recommend this drama. This drama only had a total of 12 episodes, but so good. So please watch it. So I will end this video here. So that's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.